Toy Story 4. Okay, the final review for my Oscars review, but first, 3 fun facts. Fact number 1. Although Don Rickles, the voice of Mr. Potato Head, unfortunately passed away, he was able to get all his lines recorded for this movie. Fact number 2. Duke Kaboom is based off real stuntman Elvin Kelvin. Fact number 3. John Lasseter said that he would only be interested in helping making a 4th one if it actually added something to the story. Anyways, I have a lot to cover. First, let's talk about the good. The animation has definitely gotten so much better over the years, to the point where I'd say this is the best looking Toy Story film. A highlight includes the rain scene. I also really like how a majority of this movie takes place at a fair, since we haven't seen one of those in a Toy Story film before, and it takes advantage of this location and how toys live here. As for the new characters, I'd say there's more memorable ones than the ones introduced in the 3rd film, such as Duke, Kaboom, and Forky, who are both funnier than I thought they'd be, Gabby, who's a pretty good and sympathetic antagonist, though I still think Pete is my favorite of the Toy Story villains, and Ducky and Bunny, who had their moments but got kind of annoying sometimes. However, there's honestly something that kind of bothers me about this movie. For starters, Buzz is kind of sidelined to just a comical side plot. Although I don't mind what they did with Bo Peep's character, heck, she's a little bit more interesting than in 1 and 2, I do feel that maybe they could have not have Woody take a backseat to her, and the rest of the cast mostly stays in the trailer. But the thing that really bothers me is the ending. Spoilers! In the end, Woody decides to leave the gang and live with Bo Peep and the other toys there. He decides to leave his friends, who are pretty much his family to him, just to be with one toy who he hasn't seen in a long time. The movie tries to make it justified by making it clear that Boney doesn't really care for Woody as a toy anymore, but he's abandoning his friends, and I feel like he should stay with Bonnie just to be with them. The ending is sad, but for all the wrong reasons. Although overall, the movie was better than I thought it would be, but I honestly could live without it. There really didn't need to be a 4th Toy Story, and I hope there isn't a Toy Story 5, because without Woody and Buzz working as a duo, it just isn't the same. As for if it deserved to win, it just feels like the Oscars went with it because it's Pixar. I'd say Klaus deserved to win for sure. And there you go, folks! Every animated Oscar winner reviewed by me. And here are my top 8 in no particular order. Shrek, just a fun and funny original movie with memorable characters. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, awesomely stylized and sometimes relatable. Finding Nemo, a ton of fun and lots of heart, as well as animation that still holds up. Spirited Away, a unique film that's an unforgettable experience. Rango, awesome art style and funny characters. Ratatouille, how to make a ridiculous premise work. The Incredibles, better than most superhero films nowadays. And Coco, an emotional yet still awesomely fun film. And now on to the bottom 5. Once again in no particular order, although none are truly Norm of the North level awful. Frozen, it's just not my cup of tea. Happy Feet, it has a few good things, but there was better animated films in 2006. Big Hero 6, some things to like about it, but kind of predictable and, cliche and been there, done that. Toy Story 4, it's good to see these characters again, but at the same time, the 4th one didn't need to exist. And Brave, so many better choices. And there you go, folks. See you later. Also, by the way, I should mention that this video was shorter than I originally intended. Due to me being busy all the time with other things, I just couldn't find the time to make the video as long as I hoped. Also, having to return to this multiple times honestly kind of wore me out. However, I do promise that my next videos I make will be a lot more energy-filled and more my style. Anyways, this is me, signing out.